Ranicar-Breese and our guest Aidan Becks. And now, Jilliana, you want to read one of your vignettes?
Well, yes, it's another Liverpool one. This time it's Liverpool Memories number 5, as I'm a liver bird, of course. Oh, we don't have a liver boy. Oh, he's a liver boy. Okay. After leaving Guildford Law Society at the tender age of 18 and the security of my father's old-fashioned law offices in Castle Street, I embarked on a career in fashion. I had always been interested in clothes, and to be a fashion buyer for a department store, one had to work several months in different departments for experience. Looking back, there was no verbal sales training. One had to say the mundane, "Can I help you?" I was a trainee at Lewis's, the big 9-floor department store with a controversial bronze statue by Jacob Epstein of a naked man over the main entrance, entitled Liverpool Resurgent, commonly known with crude Liverpudlian humour as Nobby Lewis or Dickie Lewis. At Christmas time in 1962, I was placed in the men's department the men's department on the first floor behind the sock and scarf counter. It was exceptionally crowded, with families buying Christmas presents, and I recall a display of good quality cashmere scarves permanently displayed on a large circular counter. Suddenly the whole display vanished. A gang had come in and distracted me. While my back was turned, the whole lot must have gone into a carrier bag. Of course, the store was insured and built losses and theft into their profit margin. Theft was the norm in Lewis's, so I was told. Soon after, they moved me to the small ladies' suit department next to the hat department and the escalators. I had to stand up on my aching legs all day long, wearing a white blouse over a white bra which showed through the thin cotton lawn and drained me, tucked into a pencil-slim black skirt with a slit up the back. I was slender in those days. I worked with 2 dreary middle-aged ladies selling Winsmore and Alexon suits. One of them, with swollen ankles from too much standing, immobile, told me to get out while I could because it was no job for a young girl with spirit. Mary Quant, the revolutionary iconic fashion designer, had just introduced the Ginger Group in 1983 for mass market sales, and I was asked to model a tan and black outfit for the Liverpool Echo that was on sale in the nearby dress department. Afterwards, I was presented with professional black and white photographs that I cherished for years, especially as I loved posing and fancied myself as a model. In 1963, the film Cleopatra had just come out, and every girl wanted to have thick Liz Taylor eyebrows and black mascara eyes, me included. I buddied up with the late Gail Booth, the theatre actress who was already divorced from her actor husband, Anthony Booth. With medium-length straight black hair and a thick fringe, she worked on the busy ground floor demonstrating hair and cosmetic products on commission. We would both gossip, moan and groan about the store and its staff over coffee in the canteen. Of course, she was the mother-in-law of our Prime Minister, Tony Blair. I was going steady with John Gorman, later of the Scaffold fame. He was on the dole and so had all the time in the world to visit me, popping up from behind dummies in the ladies' department, making me laugh at his funny faces, trying on hats, and generally larking around. He wore an old overcoat and looked so weird that the store detectives would follow him around, especially in the food hall. John would come daily at tea time, lunch breaks, and call for me every night at the staff entrance at the back with a fresh bunch of colourful freesias. The months passed, 10 in all, and I still not had been put on the promised training course officially, just shunted from department to department for work experience. I felt I was getting absolutely nowhere, and I handed in my notice. It was then that the personnel department said they were just about to put me on a course. Too late, as I'd had enough standing around all day, working with 2 boring piece suits. I wanted something more exciting. There had to be more. More is more. My father had despaired when I had given up the law. He had hoped I would stay in Liverpool forever and take over his law firm, which specialised in conveyancing, probate and divorce. Now my mother despaired. I was not university material, not going to be a nurse, teacher or a librarian. A housewife? Not at all for me either. She insisted I did a secretarial course at the best place in Liverpool, Miss Fowkes Secretarial College in Rodney Street, a college for young ladies. Having already been educated at the GPDST, also a school for young ladies. A 9-month course of boring pitman shorthand and typing plus administration. Oh, mes miserables. It will always come in useful, she insisted. Yes, my mother was right, it did. It got me my first 3 jobs in Manchester, a bottle of Chanel 5 perfume typing in a hotel bedroom for an Israeli businessman, a PA job working for an award-winning film director, Mira Hammermesh, in San Francisco in exchange for a basement bed in North Beach, and finally Paris, where I worked at the OECD for 10 months. But that's another story.
Right, thank you very much, Jilliana. What, OECD?
Overseas and Economic Development Corporation.
Oh, right, I'm glad you said. I never would have guessed.
Sorry, most people know OECD. It's one of those